You doing it now? You done doing it? Yes.
What is going on, everybody? We are live. We have got Jay Aquafunk with Angel Freak in the house today. And we are going to talk some angelfish with this guy. We're going to talk about some of his latest videos with this guy. We're going to talk about some of the fish that this guy has got recently. And he was just at his auction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up I'm going to try and get the chat going here.
All right. I'm going to try and get my other device going.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do right now. Hopefully it's working. And hopefully we are good to go here, which I think we're good to go. So we got some viewers. We got some viewers coming in here now, so that's good. I just can't see a chat.
All right, I'll pull it up in a second.
As we have some technical difficulties right now.
I think, well, then maybe it's me because I seem to be the common denominator with everybody's technical difficulties.
Okay, here we go. We got the live chat going on. Welcome everybody to this chat. Super excited about it today because we've got Jay Aquafunk with us. So let's give some shout outs to some of the people that have come in to say hello to us here. We've got Fish Tropics in the house. Rob93, what is going on, Rob93? You had a great stream earlier today. Rob93, I'd have to say, gives more love to other fish tubers than anybody else in the fish tube community. Gotta give mad shout out to him.
Yeah, he's awesome about that. We talk about it often about the how's it called, the state of the fish fam, like where the direction is going. We talk about it all the time.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's a close-knit community. It's a great community. There's very rarely, it's almost shocking when you see like negative feedback on something. It's a community to be in. We've got River Life in the house. We've got Cameron learning to fish keep. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks for stopping in, my friend. Cameron is a regular on our Wednesday night. What's up? We've got Arnie BC is in the house. Now, I had some technical difficulties today. Jay and I did a test about 2 hours ago to try and get this thing going, and my laptop wasn't working, so Arnie BC, my neighbor, my buddy, bailed me out with his laptop. So I am borrowing that tonight. So thank you very much, Arnie.
But real fast. Real fast. While you have Arnie there, Arnie, thank you very much, by the way. But when you was telling me what you was doing, that you was going to neighbors' houses asking them for laptops, there's a stereotype here in the United States about how Canadians are just so friendly. And I just thought to myself, if I went to my neighbor's house and asked them to use my laptop, if I could use their laptop, I might get cursed out, man. I mean, that's something you just don't do in the States. Man. I just thought it was funny.
It's a great community that I live in. We've got some great neighbors, and the neighbors become like good friends here. And yeah. Arnie's definitely one of those guys. We coach soccer together. Good stuff, man. Okay, let's keep going down on the chat here. Jeff Rowe Fish Keeping. Jeff, I want to apologize. I did not make it. Oh, there's Ashley. Ashley's a big fan of yours, Aquafunk.
I am.
Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
I want to learn how to breed angelfish from you.
Oh, it's real simple. You just get a male and a female, and they do the rest. Trust me.
I'm working on it.
Actually, I got two doing the mating dance right now.
Nice.
So yeah.
Oh, good job.
Got a little bit of volume.
Yeah, that's awesome. We want to get a few more now that the 90's getting set up and running. So that's going to be hopefully my angel breeding tank.
That's gonna be
I can't wait to see it.
It's going. I just started cycling it today. Well, I mean, it's easy. I'm running off track here.
Sorry, guys.
I'm running off track on my chat to say hello to everybody who's popping in. We'll get into the 90 gallon in a little bit, but here, Jeff, I really wanted to be on your live stream today, but as I was saying earlier, I had some technical difficulties trying to get this thing going, and I missed it. But Jeff Rowe, I go on. He's on every Monday and Wednesday nights. He's got one of the best streams out there too. I try and check that one out every time. It's 5 o'clock my time. I think it's around 8 o'clock Pacific time. D's in the house down the wormhole. How are you doing, D? JQ channel. He's been a regular to my channel as well. JQ, appreciate you stopping in, my friend. OG's Fish Room. What's up? What's going on? Real thing for you fish tanks. Hello. Thank you for stopping in. River Life is here. Bob, Steam Fod Aquatics. Hello, Bob. How are you doing? Thank you very much for stopping in today. We appreciate all the support you give us. Pam, 54 Punchy is in the house.
All right.
We go down to, Jeff Rose says Bob Who. I know. He's a big deal. Bob is a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, as I'm scrolling through here, we've got Jeremy Fryer here. Sorry if I said that wrong. Fryer. Kitty's Market. Hello, how are you? Donald's Fishy Vibes. And I think we've gone down to the bottom of the chat. So hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for stopping in today. And we appreciate everything that you do here.
You got a bunch of people here, and I can see they're all, having conversations. It makes and that makes it how you call it? I don't know if you've ever been a mod on people's channels, but all the mods, paying attention to everybody's chat and trying to pay attention to us. So I appreciate the mods. Oh, MJ Aquatics from the Netherlands is here.
MJ, hello. Thanks for stopping in, man.
He was actually my first channel spotlight.
Oh, he was, eh?
Yeah.
Cool. Adil's in the house. How you doing, man? Thank you for stopping in, another regular on this show. And for all of you who don't know each other, one of the things that I really enjoy about the chat that we've been having on Wednesday nights is a lot of people are meeting, a lot of new channels are coming together, checking out other people's content, and if you like what you see, hopefully you subscribe to those other people.
I've actually met a lot of great people that way that have nothing to do with the fish community, but like I said, me and Rob, we talk a lot about the state, the mentality of most people, and we started talking about what is it that we're trying to accomplish by making fish videos. Is it to tell you, Ron, something that you probably already know, or is it to help somebody who don't know? So we spend a lot of time. I mean, we're not doing it to be, sneaky or, whatever, like trying to find a loophole. Everybody have other interests. So we explore other interests on YouTube and let them know what we're about, and they come show love to us. I don't know if you've noticed that on Rob's live, there was a lot of people there that were not fish people.
Yeah, he's got a lot of beer people on there too.
I think that's great,
Yeah.
And you know how many times I've heard, oh, you know what? I've watched your channel. I'm thinking about getting an aquarium. I can't get happier when somebody says that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got the same thing going on for you. So I just kind of want to talk a little. We're going to go into some angelfish. So a little bit of angelfish talk here. The 90-gallon that I've got going here, which I had the AquaClear 110 just running for a few days on this 220 here, and then I just threw it right over to the 90-gallon when I got home from work today. So that thing's going to be cycled quick. I've already added the decor. Once the temperature gets up this evening, I'm going to be moving some plants over in there. But that's going to be my South American tank. It's going to have angelfish, German blue rams, which I've got a few upstairs. It's going to have epistogrames. I like the cockatoides super reds. I've got a pair of those that are going to go in there. Hopefully add to that group. And even though they're African, I'm going to put some cribs in there as well. And I believe you've got some cribs too.
I did. I don't have any in these tanks. My whole moving situation, but I will be getting some cribs again. I really like that. Here's the thing about cribs. Everybody knows about the African, the Victoria, Tanganyika, Malawi. But there's a whole bunch of Africans that are not cichlids from other parts. There's rivers and stuff out there like, butterfly fish and cribs and rope fish and jewels, and all these other fish that you don't find in the lakes, but they're really how you call it? They have their body structure or their coloration is really unique. A lot of times you find them in the oddball section of fish lists.
Yeah, for sure. So if some of you are on Instagram, I think most of you are probably on Instagram. That's how I first saw. If you guys follow, I know Jay doesn't post a ton on there. Maybe he has one picture on there.
Yeah, I don't.
He's not on Instagram.
I tried it and stopped it instantly.
But anyway, there's the Lucky Schmuck. Ryan, the Lucky Schmuck, posted a couple photos of these guys getting together and fishing for some local fish that they're going to put in their tanks. So what was that like hanging out with those guys, Jay? What did you get, and what did you all get, and what did you personally get for your tanks?
Okay. So, all right, here's how it started out. Ryan, Lucky Schmuck, hit me up, text message, hey, we're getting up to do a thing. I wasn't going to be able to do it. I ended up doing it because I was going that way anyway. We all met up at this park. So I go to this park in Orlando, and I don't see no water anywhere, but we're supposed to go collecting. Once everybody got together, it wasn't even really that much of a hike, but we're just looking for somewhere where there's water. We find it. It's a nice little spot. It's about this deep, the shallowest, and probably like up to my hip, the deepest. And it was very clear, but we're worried about alligators at the same time. We got these nets. Totally, the people who had the good heavy duty nets had big holes, so small fish went right through it. The people who had nets that were small enough were flimsy, so we couldn't even brush it through the water. We ended up getting like 6 minnows, 6 accomplished fish keepers running around the water for the first time.
Well, you're not a fisherman, so.
Yeah, but it's just, we're like, oh, how hard could it be? We handle fishing nets all the time. Yeah, no, not when they have that much water to run away from you. So we ended up with 6 minnows that nobody kept.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations. At least you had a good time.
We did. We actually didn't spend as much time in the water as you would think, because we kind of was like, hey, let's find another spot. And once we got out of the water, we found a bench and we just sat there and talked for another hour and a half. So
that's awesome. Let's jump back into the chat here for a second, because a few people have joined that we haven't had a chance to say hi to yet. And I'd be very disappointed if I missed some people here. So I think we missed Petsaholic down at the front. Okay, so Petsaholic, hello, thank you. We're doing good. Thank you for stopping in. We have, who else have we missed here? Eli's Guppies, hello, how are you? Thank you for stopping in. HC Aqua, yo, hello, or aloha from over in Hawaii there.
That's who we need to get with HC.
Yeah, he's got a sick fish room, man.
Well, I mean, he goes out collecting.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't think he caught those panda loaches that he's got in his recent video there, but those things are cool.
He caught more than 6 minnows, though.
Yeah, it's true. Joe, how are you, man? He does not have Instagram. He is still in the ice age. You know what, Joe? I didn't have Instagram until this year. The only reason I got Instagram was because I started doing YouTube this year. And I love Instagram. Like, I like it way better than Facebook. I'm pretty much never on Facebook anymore. Instagram, it's at.
My only problem with Instagram is I already had a Facebook. I got YouTube, and I'm a member of Mac, which that's another basically social media type outlet. And to be honest with you, it's just too much, between YouTube, Facebook, and Mac, and people emailing me and texting me and call. It's just another. I just don't,
Yeah, I get you.
I might later on.
I'm in Mac too, actually. Although I haven't been participating in it too much, but I joined it right when I started. Those guys reached out. I saw your video on that too. It's a good one. So Jeff Roseman just talking about how he's been on about 4 live streams today. Well, we appreciate you stopping in here, Jeff.
I'm right with you, Jeff. This is number 4 for me.
It's 4 for Aqua as well. I would have been on more tonight. I was on Rob's earlier, trying to get home, driving home at the beginning of it, on it for a while. Being on the West Coast, it's hard, and then I just run out, grab my kids, come back. I'm all ready to do a little test run with Aquafunk here. Can't get the webcam going on my computer. Could miss Jeff Rowe's live stream the entire time I'm trying to fix my stupid thing. Couldn't do it. 3 neighbors later. Here we go. Rob also says that, Jay, you have hats older than he is. I believe we're around the same age. How old are you?
42.
Okay, I'm 38.
Yeah. That's Rob's still a puppy. He's still. In fact, Rob came over here the other day, and he left his cup. So I'm drinking out of Rob's cup.
Rob's in Florida?
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Rob left his cup over here, so thanks, Rob.
You were mentioning moderators putting links and stuff on there as well. Yes, I really appreciate it. The first 2 streams I did not have any moderators on, and unfortunately ran into some
I think I was your first moderator.
Racist, homophobic, whatever you can name, trolls on there. So I quickly learned that the moderators are a very important role in the live stream.
I really do think I was your first moderator.
I think you were too. I think you were on that same time. I think you were on, and like My High Plecos was on, and Steamfought was on, and they were all like, "You got to get mods." So I made them all mods.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got another question for you, because I'm not exactly sure the answer to this. When did you start YouTube? When did I start
watching YouTube?
No, your channel.
December, late December of 17.
Okay, so you're coming up a year. You're about 10 months in.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Fun?
You know what? It's been a serious roller coaster, because if you watch my first video, I had a purpose when I did my first video, and that's because I used to watch 2 individuals religiously, and they just at the same time just fell off the face of the earth.
KJ Tropics?
No, one was called Majestic Cichlids, and the other one was called Mike Dean.
Oh yeah,
they were angel guys, and the reason why I'm gonna put this down, so if I don't, Ron, if you see somebody asking me something,
yeah.
All right, so the reason why I started was Mike Dean. He's a white guy, but you can tell he was kind of brought up, I don't want to say in the streets, but he had a little bit of street slang to him. And Majestic Cichlids, I believe he was I know he was Hispanic, but I believe he was a Puerto Rican, and he lived out in New York. So when they spoke, it just reminded me of someone that I would be hanging out with, someone that I knew on the street. So I really felt connected to them. And then they just dropped off the face of the earth, and I was like, man, they helped me out. I'm sure they helped a lot of other people out, and I figured I'd fill that void. Hopefully, the way I talk or the way I act or my mannerisms.
You're one of a kind, my man. That's why we like you.
Well, I mean, what I'm hoping for is that other, Latinos, minorities might go, you know what? Because I mean, if you look around, even the fish community, some people might feel, oh, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Even though I like fish, I go to the pet, a lot of minorities will go, and sometimes they feel like it's not for them because the industry is not, is not primarily have those minorities in them, at least where I'm at. I'm not saying that's all over the place. I'm just saying where I'm at. I just want to show people who might feel like it's not for you. Yeah, it can be. That's why a lot of my videos are not about 220-gallon tanks or huge monster fish, because the fish that I keep are the same type of fish that most people would be able to keep if they live in the projects or if they have a small apartment or something,
That's cool, man. See,
it's all about relating.
It's different for me up here, because I live in Vancouver, Canada, which is the second most multicultural city in the world. So although obviously we experience like some forms of racism and stuff like that here, it's not like we see in the media in the States and other parts of the world.
And,
so
and
it's not a lot of one type of culture, fish keeping around here, but yeah.
See, and that's my point. I'm trying to make to other people that may feel like it's not for them because they don't necessarily see the same types of people that they do in their household as they do on YouTube. Because in all actuality, the fish fam or the fish hobbyist community is like the most least racist place I've ever seen. You know, you can have whatever political, racial, religious, but you start talking about fish, that all just goes away. But on the outside of that, we know that. You know, everybody in the chat, you know that. You know, Ron knows that. I know that. But the people on the outside don't realize that. So hopefully, if somebody looks at my channel and they go, oh, this guy talks like me, he looks like me, he moves his hands, he's kind of wacky like me, you know, maybe it is for me.
Well, that
was my goal.
Great points, man. Great points. We're going to segue back into the chat.
Okay.
And we have missed Dr. Shasimi Aquatics. Hello, how are you? D-List Guppy says, relatable. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much. River Life, hashtag fish fan for everyone. Agree with you, my man. Captain 3654, hello, is in the house today. Select Pet, hello, how are you? I saw you on a couple other chats today. You've got some good lists, man. You've got like counting down your top plecos and bottom dwellers, and I like your vlogs there that you got going on. Cameron, I just want to say that my night is how's everyone's night going, Cameron? Learning to fish keep. My night is going great. Thank you very much, my friend.
Give me 1 second. I gotta let this dog out. She's crying to be let out. Go ahead.
Sure.
Verclint.
Okay. So I have acquired yesterday. My best friend, he just had his second kid at the beginning of the week, and so he has had too many tanks running that he can handle right now. So he decommissioned his 20-gallon. So I have acquired a 20-gallon, and my daughter Amelia does not have a fish tank in her room, so she's been asking for one for a long time. So she is going to get that 20-gallon. And I know Jay just went to his auction. Our auction is next month, which I'm super looking forward to. But they've always got some like crazy, weird, rare bettas. So Betta. So I think that's the route she's going to take with that one. But I'm just kind of going into auctions here. Auction to me is like Christmas time. I absolutely love auction. So Jay, I want to hear about the auction you just went to, and maybe you could show the folks the nice pair of angels that you just picked up.
Oh, I would love to. So if you guys out there aren't part of a local fish club, try and find one, or it's really beneficial. Now here's the thing. This is the second. I tried the one in another place, and it wasn't very hospitable to me. I mean, they wasn't mean, but they really wasn't really friendly. This one way different. Tampa Bay Aquarium Society. And speaking of betas, just on a side note, I think next weekend in Clearwater, if any of y'all guys out in Florida, Clearwater, they're having a beta show where apparently they got this giant beta that grows 4 inches and has the same coloration as average betas. I don't know. I just heard about it. But if you're in the Tampa, Florida area, in Clearwater next weekend, they have a show just for betas. And you can buy, and they'll have, all that stuff. So, they always have, every week they have an auction. And the way the auctions work is, a lot of the stuff is donated to the club. And when you buy that fish, the club either takes a percentage or they take the entire amount because the person donated the fish. I got lucky enough to get me 2 angels. Now, a while back, I did a video on what angels I should put in my situation right here. And the consensus was in. These do not fit that. But the reason why I got them in the first place was, one, to support the club, and two is they were really unique looking. And I had a feeling in my gut that they was going to breed for me, that they were male and female, and that auction was on Monday, and here it is on Wednesday, and they doing the no pants dance, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm really excited about that. Let me see if I can get look. If you can
get a little close up in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, because they're doing. Let me get this out of here.
54 Punchy says there's no fish clubs. Hey, I can see myself in the reflection.
Let me try and do it sideways. By the way,
says there's no fish clubs in Wyoming. There's only one here, and normally it's 2 auctions a year. This year was only 1, so it's an all-day event. Get there at 8 in the morning. You can't pay until it's over at 4 in the afternoon.
Oh no, this one is from 7 to 10. Now, if you notice, you can tell that these guys don't have any of those fins. I keep forgetting the fins' names by the gills, which I knew that ahead of time, you know. But it was, I just, you know, I bring them home. I'll get the fins looking right. But other than that, their coloration and everything was very unique to me. But yeah, the fins was the only problem I had. But I thought at the end of the day, you know what, I can handle that. I can get that together. I just wasn't expecting them to breed on day 2 or start their little breeding process on day 2.
That happened to me the other day. I moved a female bristlenose into a tank temporarily. It was like a 4 days. I'm just going to leave it here while I move some stuff around. They bred right away after 2 days.
Yeah. So, and I realized, you know, after these guys, I got these guys, I realized that I shouldn't have, I mean, I'm not like, I don't want you to think I'm being conceited or nothing, but I have like a formula that I stick by religiously as far as keeping angels, and it always seems to work out for me. You know, the size of the tank, the type of filtration, what I put in it, the temperature, what I feed them, and it always works out for me, and I'm real happy about that.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure it's going to work out for you this time.
Yeah, I'm really excited. You know, like, you know, I mean, if it happens a couple times, you chalk it up to luck. But, you know, I just feel like I really got that whole formula for finding breeders down pat, you know.
Cool.
And originally I wasn't planning on breeding angels, but it kept happening. So I was like, you know what? Why fight it?
Yeah, me too, actually. I would never planned on breeding them either, but they just went at it themselves.
Yeah.
Let's hop back into the chat here for a second here. We missed a little bit of stuff about some betas. Rob was talking about his king beta. Rob's beta is awesome.
Yeah,
my friend just got a black orchid crown tail beta 2 weeks ago. It is pretty cool. There's a video on that, by the way, if you want to watch. It came out 2 Fridays ago. Jeff Rose going to his auction on Saturday. Probably make a few friends. I'm sure he will. Naked Reaper is in the house. Hello, buddy. How are you? And then some folks are chatting about their fish clubs that they're thinking about joining. So and Vanessa Hank says, thanks for the gift card. It made it. Good. I'm glad. He won the contest, the 1,000 subscriber contest. He won the Amazon gift card. Congratulations. I'm glad you're back viewing, and I'm happy that you got your gift card.
So let me ask you, Ron.
Yeah.
You're 90.
Yeah.
You're 90. I really wasn't going to ask you about it, but now I have to ask you. You're 90, guys, and your wife was talking about angels.
Yeah.
So what's the plan, Stan?
Well, the plan for that is there's a pair of koi angels we have upstairs that are breeding like crazy. But we never had a spot for any fry, really, at the time. We got a pair of them. We're going to add, we'll see what's at the auction. That video you did with the super kois and the pandas. The pandas are at my local fish store, but they're $30 each, which seems a little steep for me. The super kois actually I saw when I made my trek down to Aquarium Co-op. They were cool, but they were kind of under a red light to make them look a little more red, I think, than they actually were. So I didn't get them that time. I'm not sure what other angels are going to go in there, but it is going to be South American cichlids, or South American fish, like we were talking about.
Now, you're going with the. Hold on, wait. You said you're going with Why is this here? Get off. Okay, you said you was going with
like a South American theme. So like Epistogrames, the Cockatoides super reds will be in there. The German rams will be in there. The angelfish will be in there. Now,
see, with
albino or something. Yes.
Normally, I would say but you're going with your other inhabitants are going down towards the little end.
They're at the little end and they're down at the bottom. They're not that small.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna fit in the angel's mouth.
Well, see, I was talking to somebody I met on that trip, and we was talking about having an angel tank. What else would you put in there? And for me, I'm liking the blue acaras.
Yeah.
To go with angels, geophagus.
Yeah, those are cool.
You know, but those are on the bigger end where your epistogramas might not, you know. So
I know they live together in the wild. I have never kept them together. The epistogramas actually I've only ever kept a pair at a time in a 10-gallon. So it's going to be an experience, but the place where I get most of my fish, they keep them all together in the same tank. They keep angels, rams, cribs, epistos all together, and we'll try it. And we'll see what happens.
But like the other fish I was talking about for like that I would like the blue acaras that, I mean, you know, they could get pretty chunky, and the geophagus they could get pretty big too. Wouldn't do well. So honestly, I would really like to see what you're gonna do with this, because me personally would go with the bigger end fish. Yeah. But with you wanting to go with those little fish, which is awesome, I would like to see what else you're gonna put in. Are you gonna put tetras? That's South American. They're right there next to them.
You don't think there'd be a problem with the angels eating them?
No, because here's the thing, you know, like for instance, Congo tetras. You ever seen those before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, those are some of my favorite. You get some of the bigger tetras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could eat like a bleeding heart or.
Yeah, they don't really neons. You might have an issue with. You know.
Yeah. I've kept neons with small angelfish and never had a problem, but
a full grown, like for instance, my full grown angels I had, you know, they would eat ghost shrimp readily.
Oh yeah,
and that's about the size of a neon, you know, a full grown ghost shrimp. So I would go with the bigger tetras, you know.
Yeah, I might do that.
And there's a lot of South American fish that people just don't just walk past. And I guess it's because of the coloration. For instance, you know, keyhole cichlids, festivums. I like festivums.
I don't know what that is.
It's you know what? I cannot describe you that fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I cannot describe to you it because of like an arrow. It looks like an arrow.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I am a tetra fan. I do have a tank filled with just a mix of neons and cardinals. Mm-hmm. And those are two of my favorite rummy nose. I was actually thinking about like this 220 behind me, just dumping 220 rummy nose in here and just watching them school for a while, which would be pretty cool.
I remember you saying that.
But I love flower roaches too much. And I love right now I'm obsessed with plecos. So like the 90 gallon is going to be more like my wife's tank, because she's really into angelfish right now. So it's kind of going to be more what she's into. Right now I've got.
I like your wife better.
I've got 5 different species of plecos in the tank behind me right now. Total 5 species.
I've been watching you pile up on plecos lately.
Yeah, I know. It's an addiction, man. I got a problem.
Well, I got 4 coming.
We missed some. We missed some people joining the chat here. We had Aquarium Peacock. He's in the house today. We missed saying hello to him.
Hawaiian Peacock?
Hawaiian Peacock, Mel. He's in the house. My cousin, Giovanni DeSantis. Sorry he's late, but hello. How are you, buddy? Dante's Wildlife. He says, hey, Friday, if you want any ideas on that South American tank, check out my tank. I will.
Who's that?
Dante's Wildlife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin Rosenberg says Emperor Tetras would look cool. Those are cool, but they're kind of small, though.
Not when they get bigger.
Okay.
But the Congo Tetras I really like.
Yeah, they're cool. Dank Tanks. He's in the house today. I believe this is the first time I've seen you on the live stream. Welcome, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us today.
What did Dank say? Dank said something on Rob's that had me rolling, and I just all of a sudden forgot.
Priscilla MK Art is in the house. Hello. It is not Friday today. It is Wednesday. Wednesday, we like to do the Wednesday night What's Up. Friday, I come out with the video. So the Wednesday chat thing is only, well, maybe it's like 2 months old. I didn't get one out last Wednesday because I had a family dinner I had to go to, but we're trying to do like a chat on Wednesday. This is my second time that I've had the pleasure of having a guest on, and we've got Aquafunk. I had the Lucky Schmuck on 3 weeks ago, and that was a great time, and I thought, who else could I have on here? Yeah. I want Aquafunk.
I appreciate it.
So we're going to flip through the chat here a little bit more here.
Yeah.
Dante's Wildlife says Von Rio Flame Tetras. They're big and have amazing color to them. I have never seen one in real life. I've only seen them on YouTube and the internet. Yeah. Hawaiian Peacock's got Serpia Tetras. Those can definitely handle themselves. Yeah. Black Learning Fish keeps suggesting the Black Phantom Tetras.
Yeah.
Susie Q Aquatics is in the house. Hello, Susie Q. Dr. Shasimi says that I said I would thinking about getting a ghost knife fish.
What's that?
A ghost knife. You know
those knife, yeah.
I haven't had a ghost knife fish in about 25 years. I had one when I was a kid for a long time. They're cool. They hide all the time.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem with them. I like them. They're one of the coolest looking fish. I know to keep them properly though, you know, the feeding is a little bit different. At least technically, you know, they're supposed to be, you know, I think it's what, black worms, and how you get a black worm past all the other inhabitants that most people keep, it would be, you know, I just don't like that clear cave that you have to put them in.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it doesn't have to be clear, but then you'll never see them.
Yeah.
But you spend all this time trying to make everything look natural, and then you throw this
piece of plastic in there.
You know.
I know what you're saying. Sean's in the house today. If you guys like aquascape tanks, you need to check out Sean's channel. He has got some of the most beautiful tanks, and I'm actually going to steal an idea from one of his tanks for the 90-gallon, which is his Monte Carlo plant, which is like a spreading carpet plant. So I've got black substrate, a mix of sand and gravel that I put in the 90-gallon here over to my left, and I'm gonna be putting the Monte Carlo spreading plant in there. But definitely check out his channel. He's got some crazy nice tanks in there. I'm just kind of scrolling through the chat here.
Bye,
Terry Lindsay is mentioning the Vancouver Aquatic Hobbyist Society Fall Auction, November 17th. That is the auction we will be attending. I am super excited for that. Okay, we're back down to the bottom. And Sean says, excellent choice, brother. And I know he's talking about that Monte Carlo plant. So I really enjoy having you on, man. This is awesome.
You know, I'm looking at the back of your 220.
Yeah.
MJ Aquatics, right?
Yeah.
He's not. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while.
Yeah.
He's from Netherlands, so you know we're probably might be talking a little too fast for him.
Yeah. Okay.
But, he does this really cool DIY thing with driftwood, where he he drills a hole he cuts it flat, straight.
Yeah.
So it has a completely flat end,
Uh-huh.
and he drills two little holes in it, and he screws suction cups on it, and he puts the driftwood onto the glass.
Really?
Like little floating islands of driftwood, and he connect. It just. I'm looking back behind you. That would look really cool on that blue back there.
That would look cool. That's a cool idea.
It's just you'll see like just in the middle of your tank a piece of driftwood flush up against the glass.
That's a cool idea.
It's real,
Well, right now I've got like this crypt I just got yesterday. That's actually not going in that tank. It's kind of floating around. But this tank has kind of just been planted. And the easy green that I've been pumping in, this jungle val, which is right in the middle, I want to have it spread out all the way across the back. That right there, I was going to buy some more, but now it's been sprouting runners all over the place. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of, if stuff kind of goes where I don't want, I'll just kind of trim it and relocate it along the back. But I'm hoping to kind of not go super crazy with plants in this one. Like I'm going to keep the Java moss on this driftwood here, go with the jungle val, and then this over on my left, right where those tiger barbs are, that's a crinum. And that thing's going to grow big, but I wouldn't mind grabbing a couple more of those crinums and putting them in there. So that'll be the theme. I just want to keep 3 types of plants in this tank. I want all my tanks to look different.
See, I'm kind of the opposite, as you could probably see, and that's my OCD, where I have the only thing I would put different in tanks is plants, but when I have setups like this, they all are identical. The only thing that changes is like the fish or the plants, but the actual setup, for some reason, that symmetry right there just makes me feel better.
Yeah. There's a million ways to do tanks.
Like even my tanks at the bottom look the same,
Well, I painted the back of this tank the same color as one of my last tank, and my wife like hates it because she's like, now they all look the same. But like I've got like pool filter sand in this one. I've got a mix of blasting sand and like aquarium sand in the 90 gallon. I've got blue in the 29 gallon with a gray background. I've got my son's got purple in his beta tank in his room. My daughter's got like a natural earthy color. So that is to each their own. You want them all to look the same. You want them to look different. That's the beauty of it, man. There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of routes, a lot of ways you can go. Like Rob's tanks are. Rob likes. Rob is going through some issues, right? He's fighting some internal demons because he's if y'all ever get a chance to really know Rob, he just turned 25 a couple days last week, so he is so anal. I'm gonna put you on blast, Rob. I don't care. He will think and just go over and go. I gave him Java moss, okay?
Yeah.
And this Java moss is sitting in little cups because he doesn't want to put it in his tanks because he thinks it's messy. He doesn't like dirty tanks.
It is messy. Hey, I'll just quick cut in 1 sec. Java moss is messy, Rob. I've got to constantly go in and like rip it out of the plants that I don't want because it gets all over the place. Anyway.
But if you watch his first couple videos, his tanks are all like they're all perfect, crystal clear, not an inch of out, not a little speck of algae anywhere. But now he's doing this breeding thing, okay, where he didn't like bare bottoms, Well, now he's doing this breeding thing where his mentality is changing a little bit, where the algae is actually beneficial for the fry, and it's driving him nuts. And I see him kind of like fighting it, but he's coming around.
Well, like Rob, what I do with algae, because it is definitely beneficial, I only clean the front and I clean the sides a little as well. I never clean the back wall. I think a lot of fish keepers don't clean the back wall as well because it's good for the fish.
Yeah, but it's just funny because I'm talking to him and I'm like, because with the fry, the Java moss, at least with me, I found that Java moss, I just put it in the tank, let it just flop around in the water, and the fry actually like it. I've seen them pick at it. I've seen them hide in it, and I keep trying to get him to put it in there, but he won't do it. So I don't know. We're talking about cleanly, like, you know, what tanks look like, and Rob is having a hard time trying to change up what he looks like because, you know, working tanks are not clean. You know, tanks for like breeding, and they're not clinically, you know, like they don't look like they belong in a lobby somewhere. But
yeah, I haven't shown my breeding bristlenose tank for a while because you can't see any. It's mass of plants, and then every once in a while you see a fish swim out with like algae, but there's fry in there, and that's the only way. I can't, like, I've got rainbow fish in here that lay eggs every couple of days, and they're gone within an hour. You can't breed something. You can maybe, but it's much more difficult to breed something in a tank like this. I'm gonna hop back into the chat, Jay.
Let's see what we got going on.
Let's see what we're going on. I know we're way behind. Terry Lindsay says that a pistogramma, you might need some significant hiding spots in your 90. Okay, I will definitely take that under advisement. I do like to have caves for them because that's the only way you can get them to breed anyway. Learning to fish keep floating driftwood, that is pretty cool. Rob says the easy green didn't work so well in his tank. I'm wondering, you probably know this, Rob, any plant fertilizer doesn't work super well if you have carbon in your filters. So I don't use carbon in any of my filters because I have plants in there. And if you do leave the carbon in there and you're fertilizing the plants, well, that fertilizer just gets sucked out and goes through the carbon. You probably already know that, but maybe there's some folks out there that don't know that. Select Pets, you would like to have moss or plants on that wood. Yeah. Dante said, I've seen that in tanks before. They're cool, especially if you put plants that hang off and dangle down. I've seen that on YouTube too. Sean wants to know if I consider hearing CO2, so maybe you could plant some, or total reds. Yep, that would be super cool. I have been considering CO2 at the auction. I'm kind of hoping that there may be like a discounted CO2 dispenser. I've never done CO2 before, but I would definitely be willing to try it. Pam says that 54 Punchy, that her tanks turn into jungles no matter how she starts them. Mine would too if I didn't kind of stay on top of them. And we are scrolling down. My herbivore fish don't listen to me and not eat the live plants in my tank. So I'm going to have to restart my planted tank. I really like the flagtail fish. I know Andy's got one, but I'm nervous that it would attack my plants as well.
Yeah.
Learning to keep fish. Yeah, I let my back wall get algae on it as well. That's where I have the neurites for. Okay, yeah. Fish Tropic says his plants grow where they land half the time. John leaves the back wall so the snails can have something to eat. Aquafunk, what are you using for your angels to lay eggs on? That's a good question. I think we talked about that off air. Yeah,
I'm glad you asked that. So I got tile over here. Now, you that's what I find is the best thing. I mean, those plastic things that you can buy from the Angel, like Angels Plus and all that, they will work, but they're like $8 or $9. Then you have to have them shipped. And basically all it is a smooth surface. So what you do is you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you go to their tile section, and it don't even have to be smooth. Sometimes they like it like rough, like slate. And you just get it cut about, 10 inches long, 12 inches long, whatever you want to do for your tank, and about 2 inches plus wide. And that's what they and put it at an angle, Different fish use different angles. I always just put it at an angle. I don't worry about the actual, angle of it. And you'll see them doing just like they are now, where you're going to drive me nuts. You see that? They're over there cleaning off the slate. Now they're just looking at me. But they'll start cleaning off the slate, and that's when you know that, something's probably going to happen soon. But that's what I do. Home Depot. I actually got all these tiles on sale clearance from Lowe's for 50 cents a piece, opposed to the $8 or $9 for a fancy piece of plastic that goes at an angle.
Yeah, that's cool. I get a lot of my rocks and stuff from the river.
Yeah.
We've got a new person on here. I'm gonna butcher the name.
Who's that?
Acadarius. Hello. I apologize for my pronunciation of your name. That says, first don't work if you have plastic plants too. I agree with you.
They don't die either.
Fish Tropic says, who here deals with a pistos? I have a pistos. I don't deal them. I don't sell any fish yet. I've just been gifting fish.
Oh, real quick. Just real quick. Just to add to what I was saying about the those slates. Rob asked me to do a video for him where I'm going over what I'm doing, what do I have in my tanks and why everything is there. Because there is a purpose for it. So just let me know, Rob93 got a video coming out someday with me going over exactly why everything is the way it is.
That's awesome.
For those of you who might want to try it.
Okay, Terry Lindsay says the 220 needs more light. Well, I'm going to be getting 2 3-footers to replace. All I had at the time, hey, I'm on a budget, man. And I just bought this tank with the filter and the stand and all that. I had an extra 4-foot light, so that's what it gets right now. But I would like to get 2 3-footers to throw on there. Rob's Loaches. I believe Rob's Loaches was with you, Aquafunk, when you guys were collecting fish with Lucky Schmuck. Rob was there, right?
Yeah, Rob. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was cool.
I've seen his fish room tour on Lucky Schmuck's channel. I've seen his fish room through Lucky Schmuck's channel.
Yeah.
Hi, Plecos is in the house. If you guys like Plecos, he's only got he doesn't do videos, but he sells Plecos. If you guys are interested in 183, 182 Starlight bristlenose Plecos, he's got some of them. He's got L134 leopard frogs, super reds. I think he ships all over the place, but if you're looking for Plecos, he's a great guy to get in touch with.
I got Plecos coming tomorrow, probably.
From where?
Shell Shock, longfin bristlenose Plecos, 2 albino females, and 2 female. I think they're the green dragon longfin.
Oh, the green dragons, yeah, I've seen those on his channel.
Yeah, I'm getting 2 and 2 females because we all know Funk don't do no male bristlenose Plecos.
No, not interested in breeding them. Why not?
I can't have that. Just nah. That's gross. The stuff hanging on their face, that's nasty. I can't have that in my tank. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
I think they're beautiful, man.
All that
at Aquarium when I went to Aquarium Co-op. You've seen Aquarium Co-op videos, I assume. The Murphy tank.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a giant super red bristlenose male that's often in the corner, and he has got the most beautiful bristles I've ever seen, and he is a monster of a bristlenose.
I can't have that. No, that's like worms coming out his face. That's what it reminds me of. Worms just coming out of their face.
So Mahai, that's Trevor, by the way, would just like to mention that he does not ship to Canada because we've talked about this before. It costs $100. Shipping in Canada is ridiculous. Even shipping within Canada, if I ship to the province next to me, it's $100 to ship a fish.
Yeah, I remember you saying this.
Yeah, I said that on the video, or when Lucky Schmuck was on, because he's saying it's $10, like $10.
Yeah,
that's why I can't justify spending an extra $100 on whatever I'm getting because it's ridiculous, man. Well, you guys are lucky. I wish that I feel like I miss out that part of the YouTube family, the FishTube family. I would love to send you a mail for those, but it's cost $100 to send it to you.
And I really have a problem with that too. Because me and Rob talk about, what about giveaways and stuff like that, and we both are bummed out about the whole Canada United States thing. I mean, I get Europe, I get Australia, I get India, I get it. It's gonna cost a lot more, but it's just right there. You know what I mean? You guys there's not even like nothing really connecting except for imaginary line.
And I live, like, I'm in Vancouver, so I'm a 25-minute drive into Washington State. So, I mean, it's not like it's far.
Yeah.
Select Pet had a comment that I just like to read. The guy with the facial hair says, that stuff hanging on their face is gross.
Yeah, but look, it looks good on me, though. And it doesn't look like it's going to choke me in my sleep or attack somebody.
Yeah.
And if I shave it, if I cut this off, I'm 42. I look like I'm, like 25 or something. And I get kids calling me, hun and kiddo and stuff like that. And it irritates me.
What's wrong with looking young? You just don't like it. Eh? You like to look wise.
When I get some young kid trying to give me life lessons, I get irritated. I really do. I've been through too much in my life to have some young person tell me what you got to do is. You
got to say to him, listen, kid. I have a YouTube channel, okay? You don't tell me life.
Well, it's in general too. It's just people. I noticed that people treat me a lot differently when I look younger, to the point where it really irritates me. So I try to keep the facial hair. The only reason why I shave it is because sometimes the lines will get like off because of so many times. Sometimes you just have to start fresh. But yeah.
Mile High Pleco says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk is these guys?
Drunk? Honestly, the sad part is it's 0.
I haven't had a drop tonight, actually, and I often, I've got like a nice glass of wine with me while I'm on here, and I haven't had a drop. We had breakfast for dinner tonight, so we went with the pancakes, bacon. That doesn't go well with wine. That's a coffee, drink coffee with your meal thing. Yeah, so I am stone sober, my friend. This is just how I am naturally.
And I'm drinking juicy juice out of a sippy cup, for Christ's sake.
Rob's cup for crying out loud.
Rob's juicy juice. This is Rob's juicy juice too.
So apparently the stream has taken a dark turn into aquarium fish smuggling over the border. Yes.
Now we're talking business.
Yeah.
How are we gonna do this? Remember, I told you can go ahead and put all that stuff in your prison purse.
Arnie, who I borrowed the laptop from tonight, says, awesome show tonight, guys. Ron, please wipe the laptop when you're done. I'm up.
You have to get all up in the middle of the keys, and that stuff just don't come out of the tight cracks.
Dante's Wildlife, thanks for stopping in, man. He is out. Good night.
Right.
Thank you for coming in, my friend. Funk shaves and he looks as young as Rob 93. People treat me differently when I have facial hair too, says Pam. Start a transporter business? That's not bad. We've got, hey, Mel says that Aqua's 40s are the new 30s. Aqua True Juice, the fish black market. I know, that's what we're talking here.
That was funny. I like that.
Priscilla, I'm glad you're having a good time. Priscilla's got a video. If you got back to Mile High Plecos for 1 second, she's got a video where she goes to his house and tours. He's got like 20-something tanks. It's quite a sweet setup. If you're not familiar with that, check out Priscilla MK Art. Check out her channel. Check out that video. It's one of my favorite ones that she's got. Well, it's been fun, man. And we are right around the 1 hour mark. And I like to keep these things right around 1 hour. Because then they're entertaining for everybody. And yeah, come back next week.
We're gonna leave on a high note.
Yeah, I like to leave on a high note. So I just want to say thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for coming on today. I really appreciate it. When I asked Jay if he'd come on, he did not hesitate for 1 second. He was I'm very, very thankful for Jay coming on. If you haven't subscribed to Aquafunk with Angel Freak, please check out his channel and subscribe. So once again, Jay, thanks very much. It was fun, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Show all the love to the mods out there. Love the mods.
Love the mods. Thank you very much, mods. I appreciate it. Like, you guys are coming out every Wednesday night. Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping it a clean show. Happy fish keeping, everybody. And I've got a video. I just had a video last week on how to take care of blue phantom pleco, if you guys are interested in. And this week I share some tips that I've learned in the trade, the aquarium hobby, on how to save money. So I've got quite a few tips in there that I've just kind of learned through my experiences on how I can save money, and I want to share that with everyone else. So stay tuned for this Friday's video coming out. Jay, you got a video coming out?
I'm working on one now, and it's either gonna be. I think I'm gonna get a lot of thumbs down on this one.
I always get thumbs downs, man.
No, this one is
they
gonna
watched
be,
it long enough to know that they hated it. That's how
no. The video that I'm putting out is all for fun. I'm letting you guys know right now, it's all for fun. And that's what it's about. It's about the video is for having fun with my fish friends, and I'm going after them.
Cool, man.
I'm going after them.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. We are out, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for Wednesday Night What's Up.